Welcome back to the show. My name is Evan, along with Michael J. Babcock.
What's up?
Renee Montgomery.
Hello there.
All right, huge news in the NBA. Mark Cuban is making headlines all over the place because he announced earlier today that he was going to stop playing the national anthem at Dallas Mavericks home games for the foreseeable future. Apparently, he had just kind of quietly stopped the tradition during the preseason. And in total, with the preseason games and the regular season games so far in the 2021 season, there have been 13 games, and the national anthem has not been played before tip-off at any of those games. Now, there was no real formal announcement before this. And then all of a sudden today, he confirmed it on the record. And as you can imagine, people were going crazy about it. You know, I've seen some of my friends who are conservatives who have posted some stuff on social media saying, take your team to China. You know, I've seen stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, there has been some backlash to this. And then literally hours after Mark Cuban said that, you know, we had no plan on using it moving forward, the NBA got involved and said, not so fast. And they overruled Mark Cuban, saying, quote, with NBA teams now in the process of welcoming fans back into their arenas, all teams will play the national anthem in keeping with longstanding league policy. Mark Cuban actually responded to that kind of overruling by the NBA. Babcock, what did he say?
Mark Cuban said that he's okay with it, that he does not plan to fight it. If this is what the NBA wants done, then his Mavericks team will follow the guidelines.
Why did Mark decide to stop playing the national anthem to begin with?
Well, Mark Cuban said that some of his players believe that the national anthem does not represent them. And because of that, he didn't believe that it needed to be played at sporting events like it has traditionally been done. And I don't think it's no deeper than that.
When he says that, he's saying it doesn't reflect them because they're not American?
That's not the way I took it. I took it to mean that some of his players, I don't know how many or who, believe that there are some injustices, social injustices. There are problems with America, and because of that, they don't believe the anthem represents them. I don't think it has necessarily. I actually think it has nothing to do with foreign players, Evan. I think it has to do with the American-born players.
You know, what I'm hearing is, first of all, the first thing I want to say is that no one really had a problem with it until people said it out loud, and now people have a problem with it. People have said, oh, I'm no longer going to watch the Dallas games. And I'm like, were you watching them before? It wasn't on there and you didn't even notice. And so that's kind of my point, in a sense of, it's one of those things that you don't really pay attention to and people are throwing a tantrum because they don't like it. But yeah, I get the point. It's about social justice in America and how America treats people of the Black and brown community. And so people of the Black and brown community don't maybe feel the love sometimes from America. So I think that Mark Cuban was trying to be the owner that he's always been and cater to his players.
How do you think this plays out, Babcock?
Well, look, there already was backlash. I believe that it would have actually had some effect on ticket sales. Look, there were a lot of people who are very passionate about America in Texas, albeit this is in Dallas, and Dallas is a little bit of a different place than some of the rural areas in Texas. But I think it would have had some effect. But now we're really not going to ever know how this would have played out, how much this would have affected Dallas Mavericks ratings and attendance. We just are not going to know. And I was fascinated, Evan. I was so curious as to what was going to happen because we've never seen a team do this. I mean, the national before American sporting events, I mean, that's as traditional as it comes.
By the way, New Orleans Pelicans coach Stan Van Gundy weighed in on this also, and he says, this should happen everywhere in supporting Mark Cuban's decision to pull the national anthem. Quote, if you think the anthem needs to be played before sporting events, then play it before every movie, concert, church service, and the start of every workday at every business. What good reason is there to play the anthem before a game?
And look, Stan Van Gundy may well be Bernie Sanders' long-lost brother. I mean, he's about as liberal, he's about as left as it goes. He fell off the board, he's so left. That doesn't surprise me at all. I'm waiting on the DNA test to see if there is a relation there. But so it doesn't surprise me that Stan Van Gundy said that. The thing I would say to that is that it's a tradition. It's something that's been done for a long time. As far as I know, we've never played the anthem before movies. So I think that's
I know. But the point is, but I'm glad you used a certain word, tradition, because that's the problem a lot of people have, like traditions and norms that are pretty much normal in America. Like, I think that's the point. Like, yes, it is a norm, but if players aren't aren't comfortable, and is it necessary? I think that's kind of the point that people are getting to. Like, if players are going to be uncomfortable about the anthem playing just because of what's transpired in America, and we all can acknowledge that a lot of things have transpired in America, then I get it. Like, what's the point? It's not hurting anyone, and I don't get the point of, like, why do we have to hold on to it so tight? I don't care either way if it's played or not played, but it's interesting to me how, like, people that don't watch basketball are saying that they're going to stop watching basketball because the anthem isn't played.